G'day folks, Heath Myers here, Agent of Change, and today what I want to talk to you about is what is your life's purpose? So a big question, and it is a big question, that a lot of my clients come to me with, the people who come and do my Next Level Live 3-day breakthrough, a lot of them ask me, Heath, what is my life's purpose? How do I discover my life's purpose? And how do I get my life aligned with that purpose? These are very big questions, and they're really important questions. And in answering these questions, firstly, I want to have a bit of a chat about this whole concept of a life purpose or your life's purpose. So, a lot of people believe that there is no purpose to life, that life has no purpose at all. And I can understand that. Like, my feeling is that any construct or identification or story that you place around life or the meaning of life it has to be understood as an identification and a construct as opposed to a truth. And if you look at it through that perspective, then life really has no purpose. A long time ago, I remember going and visiting the Dalai Lama and going and seeing a Dalai Lama presentation, and he had this little girl asked a question from the audience, right? She was like a 6-year-old, and her question was classic, right? It was, Mr. Dalai Lama, what's the meaning of life? And hilarious, right? But the thing is, all the adults there, everybody there wanted to ask it. It's just it took the innocence of a 6-year-old to ask it. And his answer was, well, immediately he laughed, a good laugh, right? Because he thought it was hilarious to be asked that. And then he said, well, it's pretty simple. Life is meaningless. It has no meaning. It's up to you to give it meaning. Yeah? So when people say to me, what is my life's purpose? There's a part of me in the background that says, well, at a purely unconditional point, in the existence of the universe, if you take the subjective meaning out of it altogether, what you're left with is there is no purpose. However, as human beings, we are creating a subjective construct. We are creating subjective meaning about the world around us, and that meaning has a massive impact on how we show up and what we achieve and how we live the quality of life that we have. So does life have a set purpose? Perhaps not. Perhaps it's just all about you giving it purpose. Okay? So when you have the question, what is my life's purpose? It's the answer to a certain extent is, well, what would you like it to be? Okay? Because you have the opportunity to self-direct your purpose. Because you are a being of free will, you have the opportunity to self-direct your purpose. And that purpose that you choose can therefore become your life purpose. So that's one perspective. I'm going to give you another perspective though. Recently I had a medicine journey in which essentially my entire self dissolved. The entire construct and the identity of me and everything I know myself in this universe to be dissolved. And as I started to come back into being, into a conscious state of being, what I experienced was absolute pure love. And I'm not talking about the emotion love, and I'm not talking about the passion or the desire love. I'm talking about the ever-present force, power, state of love. And in that moment, what came to me about life's purpose is that it's very simple. As human beings, we are here, if to achieve anything at all, we are here to be love, and we are here to be in love. And I don't mean be in love with someone else or in love with something. In fact, it's the kind of in love where you're in that love regardless of your attachment to anything else in life at all, even slightly. It's just to be in love without any attachment, without any construct, without any story, without any condition, without it having to be any way, without there being any expectation, without having to reference your past, without having to project into the future, just to simply be here in the present moment, really all there is, and just be in the state of love and be in it, be in love. Because when we be love and we be in love, then what we do is we start to move into all of these other human aspects that are incredibly important for being able to live in a fulfilled and meaningful and purposeful way, and that is to have acceptance and to have compassion, and to with love comes forgiveness. With love, with being in true love, this whole idea of needing to love yourself, right, is dissolved as well. You no longer have to play the game of loving your identity, because your identity is a construct anyway. It's something that you've created for yourself. You stop having to play that game and you just start stepping into love. So if you want me to actually tell you what I believe your life purpose is, and the life purpose of every human being on this planet, if there is one, it is to be love and to be in love. So what does this mean to you in discovering your own personal form of purpose that you could potentially attach a service to? Well, it's quite simple. What is the thing that you do that you love to do with your life, that when you do it naturally has you in the state of love, and you find yourself in love with it regardless of how it plays out, whether it's successful or not it's successful, right? The love is there regardless of the attachment. And whatever that thing is that you do best from that perspective, then I would suggest that that's your path of purpose, and I would suggest that that's your path of service in life. Yeah. And so, I look at it through this lens of like, what do you love to do? How do you love to be? What do you love to give? And in the middle of all of that is this beautiful point of you being in the exchange of love, right? Being in love, being in the exchange of it, regardless of how it plays out. And so your personal path of purpose, if we're going to get really concrete and specific now, is whatever that thing is. Whatever that thing is that you love to do, how you love to be, and is a combination of what you love to do, how you love to be, and what you love to gift the world. And all of those things together that hold you in the space of love, that allow you to be in love, and then allow you to facilitate others experiencing love and being in the presence of love. The exchange that you generate from that place, that is your service. That thing that you do best from that place, that is your service. Like, I know for a fact that my service is around speaking and coaching and writing, and currently I'm engaged in coaching, but is that what it will be forever? No, it's going to evolve into something else. It really will, because as my experience of love evolves, then my experience of the value that I will give the world will evolve simultaneously. And so it's an evolving thing. Yeah, so be careful around placing labels around your purpose. Just bring it back to, where's the love in you, and how do you generate greater love out there, and what's the service that when you do that service enables you to just be in love, do love, have love, give love, and create an exchange where others are invited to do so also. Because I can assure you of this, if every freaking human being modeled their life around that, the world that we live in would be a very different place. But in order to be able to embody these kind of concepts that I'm talking about, there is a certain level of realization that needs to take place within you that enables you to dissolve that illusion, that enables you to see through the limitations of major negative emotions, that enables you to see through the limitations of your stories of the I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not I'll never experience my true potential. You need to be able to see through the illusion of that stuff, and you need to be able to understand explicitly what it is that you love to do, how you love to be, what you love to give to the world. Yeah. And so I'd really like to assist you with that process. And that's the very reason why I'm holding the Next Level Live 3-day breakthrough in a few weeks' time in Melbourne. If you'd like to find out more about Next Level Live, it's really simple. Just type in the comment box below Next Level, and I'll be in touch over Messenger. And from there, if you like, we can arrange a phone chat so you can find out a little bit more about it. If you're watching this on heathmyers.com, it's as simple as just clicking the link below. But if you're on Facebook, just type next level in the comment box below and I'll be in touch. It's been great sharing with you. I know I went a little bit broader and a bit highly chunked and a bit more abstract today, but there's just something that's been dwelling with me for a little while now that I really wanted to share with you about the whole process of purpose, and hopefully that gives you something to think about and feel into, and a little bit more clarity around your purpose and what your life purpose might be. I look forward to catching up with you really soon. Stay tuned for more Facebook Lives. My name's Heath Myers, Agent of Change, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.